education project. And I'm also a member of the Merit Protocol, which is a very innovative fintech project, decentralizing the asset tokenization process, and I'm very glad to be here.
Hi, I'm Aly Blockchain
from Crypto Valley, world after Crypto Valley Swiss. And also advising several portfolios on ICO and ACO. ICO is initial coin offering, ACO is an accumulated coin offering. We can say that ICO 2.0. Yeah.
Perfect. So what we're here to talk about is how blockchain will affect different industries and go mainstream. So I wanted to start with Adam. You've been a serial entrepreneur. You've been in this space for
the deployment of Bitcoin. I think the libertarians have got this into the mainstream mindset, but now is the time that enterprises are going to actually start to dominate the space. And I think enterprise applications is where the future is for the next 2 or 3 years.
블록체인 산업이 이제 과거에 비해서 어떻게 발전이 되었는지, 현재는 어떤 변화가 있는지 질문해 주셨는데요. 예전에 비해서는 이제 개인에서 기업으로 블록체인 기술이 더 적용되고 활용이 되고 있다고 하시고, 그다음에 2, 3년 안에는 완전하게 여러 가지 산업에서 활용이 될 수 있을 거라고 예상하고 있습니다.
Do we have any other viewpoints on how blockchain has kind of evolved from inception to now? Or maybe Jin?
Can I talk?
Sure.
I mean, I think that actually, I totally agree with Adam, because I think it's still in the initial stage. Actually, in the real world, how much familiarity it will have with, the ordinary tool and become as a, standard.
Okay. I mean,
Is it correct? Is it good?
I can reply to that. So just to add to that, I think crypto need utility tokens to actually get started. That's what Bitcoin is. What Ethereum is done. After that will be the technology at the initial stage. But I don't think security tokens can ever have the network effect. So security tokens are more about an alternative to venture capital and going public.
Yeah.
Yeah, my vision is slightly different in that we have to take a longer view. Actually, I've been in the process of the transformation, internet-based transformation in the 90s, and I feel the same thing. I mean, we get the same feeling of the deja vu of being in the late 90s. And I think to me, this year corresponds to something like 95, 96, where everything started, and everything started to get adopted by, just a bit of the adoption by the end users. And then after that, we have seen over 10, 15 years of transformation, which we all have observed. The same type of transformation will and should happen based on the blockchain in the next 5 years. So I think that we have to take longer breath, longer view before we can, what kind of industry we're going to take that blockchain.
Just briefly, 지금 한국인 여기 패널 말고 말씀하시고 싶은 거 있으시면 말씀하시면 될 거예요. I think you guys without panels can also participate in this discussion anytime you guys want. You guys have a microphone in front of you, so yeah, feel free to talk.
I just wanted to agree with you in the long-term view. I had a photonics company, a fiber optics company in 1995, and there are only about 200 of us. And in 1996, there were about 2,000 of us. And in 1997, there were about 4,000 of us. And in 1998, there were about 500 of us. And in 1999, there were about 200 of us. And by 2000, there were only about 50 left.
Each of the popular scam. Bitcoin.com stated that 1% ICO involved in the scam, and Forbes stated that 91% maybe more. So this is very important because in perspective in our country, Malaysia and also Taiwan, my partner, governments, we have a constant communication with the agencies office, talking about how this token economy can help startups to build up our country. For example, in Malaysia, we have now the latest issues of the oldest prime minister in the world, So our Prime Minister said that we need to rebuild back our country. How we can use this token economy to develop the countries. So what happened now? The issue of agriculture is very important. How we can inclusive our ICO movement by involving people in the what you consider like all blocks, basic capital, banks, into our ecosystem. For example, right now countries like Russia, countries like China, they have a very strengthened on legal framework to issues on the ICO. So by using accreditation method, by having institution back, by having professional auditing, security, is a very good choices, options for the people, for the community in the ICO to spread the knowledge, to spread the what you call the values on the token economics. But I have some sort of challenge from the pure this kind of public blockchain community. They said, Effendi, do you want to regulate us? Do you want to be a police for the blockchain ecosystem? I said like this. Of course, we not want to regulate. We want to enhance. We want to give some values into the ecosystem of ICO. So the niche market still need us. We cannot compare with the banks, right? They have trillion market cap. So of course they also want to involve. So what is the solution? So by doing this ACO, accredited coin offering, can also give some sort of solutions to this security token, and already accepted by several governments from our country and also Taiwan.
Perfect. Tom, I have a question. What was the name again? Sorry.
Effendi.
Fendi?
Yeah, Effendi.
Fendi. Okay. I was curious because right now I'm working on this fintech project, and our goal is to actually decentralize the financing process. So we want to actually get rid of the middlemen, like banks or insurance companies. But you mentioned that the government wants to accept it and adopt it, and then integrate it in the traditional kind of structure. I mean, how's it going to happen? I was really curious what your thought is on that. How do you see, the government will integrate the banks or the middlemen into blockchain?
You are doing your coin offerings. I'm not from the government perspective. I'm purely people in the blockchain ecosystem, but want to give a service, want to give a